ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायामुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। इदं भागवतं नाम पुराणं ब्रह्म संहितं उत्तमश्लोकचरितां चकारान् भगवान् ऋषि निःश्रेयसाय लोकस्य। धन्यं स्वस्ति अयनं महत्। Hare Krishna. I am very thankful for the management of ICC temple for giving me an opportunity to associate with all of you here, also to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. So I take blessings of all the senior devotees to um, discuss on Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So today we'll discuss the verse, first canto, first chapter, text number 11. You can all repeat after me. Bhurini bhuri karmani, bhurini bhuri karmani, श्रोतव्यानि विभागशा, श्रोतव्यानि विभागशा। अतः सादोत्र यत्सारम्, अतः सादोत्र यत्सारम् समुद्धृत्या मनीषया, समुद्धृत्या मनीषया। ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां, ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति, येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति। भूरिनि भूरि कर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशा। अतः सादोत्र यत्सारम् समुद्धृत्या मनीषया। ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति। भूरिनि भूरि कर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशा। अतः सादोत्र यत्सारम् समुद्धृत्या मनीषया। ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति। भूरिनि भूरि कर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशा। अतः सादोत्र यत्सारम् समुद्धृत्या मनीषया। विभद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति। ऋणे भूरि नर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशः तत्सारम् भूरिभद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति माताजी भूरिने भूरि कर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशः अतः साधुत्र यत्सारम् समुद्धृत्या मनीषया ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति भूरिने भूरि कर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशः अथ साधुत्र यत्सारम् समुद्धृत्या मनीषया ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति भूरिने भूरि कर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशः अत्सारो यत्सारम् समुद्धृत्या मनीषया ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति Word-to-word meaning and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhurine multifarious, Bhuri many, Karmani duties, Shrotavyani to be learned, Vibhagasha by divisions of subject matter, Ataha therefore, Sadho O sage, Atra herein, Yat whatever, Saram essence, Samudhritya by selection, Manishaya best to your knowledge, Bruhi please tell us, Bhadraya for the good of, Bhutanam the living beings, Yena by which, Atma the self, Suprasidati becomes fully satisfied. Translation. There are many varieties of scriptures, and in all of them there are many prescribed duties, which can be learned only after many years of study in various divisions. Therefore, O sage, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instruction their hearts may be fully satisfied. Please repeat after me. There are many varieties of scriptures, and in all of them there are many prescribed duties, which can be learned only after many years of study in their various divisions. Therefore, O sage, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instruction, their hearts may be fully satisfied. Purport. Atma or self is distinguished from matter and material elements. It is spiritual in constitution and thus it is never satisfied by any amount of material planning. All scriptures and spiritual instructions are meant for the satisfaction of the self or Atma. There are many varieties of approaches which are recommended for different types of living beings in different times and at different places. Consequently, the numbers of revealed scriptures are innumerable. There are different methods and prescribed duties recommended in these various scriptures. Taking into consideration the fallen condition of the people in general in this age of Kali, the sages of Naimisharanya suggested that Srila Sutta Goswami related the essence of all such scriptures because in this age it is not possible for the fallen souls to understand and undergo all the lessons of all these various scriptures in a Varna and Ashrama system. The Varnashrama society was considered to be the best institution for lifting the human being to the spiritual platform. But due to Kali Yuga, it is not possible to execute the rules and regulations of these institutions. Nor is it possible for the people in general to completely sever relations with their families as the Varnashrama institutions prescribes. The whole atmosphere is surcharged with opposition, and considering this, one can see that spiritual emancipation for the common man in this age is very difficult. The reason the sages presented this matter to Sri Sutta Goswami is explained in the following verses. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha namo mahavadanyaya krishna prema pradayate krishnaya krishna chaitanya namne gauradvishe namaha panchatattvatmakam krishnam bhaktarupa swarupakam bhaktavataram bhaktakhyam namami bhaktashaktikam Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Vishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the first chapter of first canto where the assembled sages are asking questions to Sutta Goswami. So in this verse they are asking, there are many varieties of scriptures and in all of them there are many prescribed duties which can be learned only after many years of study in the various divisions. Therefore, O sage, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instructions their hearts may be fully satisfied. Now all these sages here assembled and they are asking a question that how a living entity can become happy. So the first and foremost thing is that we all want one thing. What is that? That everybody, means a rich man, poor man, or a beautiful or ugly, without any discrimination, without animals or human beings, every one of us, if we say in one word, what is that we all want? Happiness, right? We all want happiness, there is no doubt about it. But there are different means and different ways we try to get that happiness. So first of all, so we'll try to understand what is the perfect way to achieve that happiness. This is what even the sages are asking here, that how one can be completely satisfied in the heart, how one can be really happy. Yes, all our endeavors, we are working in office, or we are doing so many things. Some may be doing even things which are not sanctioned in the scripture, but ultimately everybody wants happiness, right? So in the beginning, Prabhupada is telling that Atma, or the self, is distinguished from matter and material elements. It is spiritual in constitution, and thus it is never satisfied by any amount of material planning. So, first of all, we should understand that we are not this body, we are spirit soul. So, any amount of happiness or any amount of effort we put to and try to get happiness through the body, we will never be really happy with that. You know. So, it's like we lost some very valuable thing in one street, and we are searching it in the other street. Will we get that object what we lost? We will never get it. So same way, by nature we are spiritual, and our real happiness comes through, in spiritual practice or in spiritual life. But material life, we cannot really be happy. This is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Yehi samsparsha jhabhoga dukkha yone evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. So Krishna describes to Arjuna that this material happiness, it has three faults. What is that? First thing is that it causes misery. He begins that yehi samsparsha jhabhoga dukkha yone evate. Now we are thinking which we are going to enjoy, but the same thing which is going to give you trouble. Suppose you say a very nice sweet is there, very nice sweet, it is very tasty, but as soon as you eat it, you get so much cough. Will you try that sweet? Will you enjoy that sweet? Although it may be tasty, but if you eat it, immediately you will be in trouble. So that object which is looking very nice, very pleasing, but if you take it, immediately your suffering will start. So the first point Krishna is saying, yehi samsparsha jha bhoga, means the happiness derived by the senses in relation with sense objects. Samsparsha ja bhoga dukkha yone evate. He says they cause misery. So, but very difficult to understand. Yes, because we are actually, as a time being, we are enjoying some pleasure. But however, whether it gives you pleasure or pain, ultimately it will end up in misery only, right? Any kind of material happiness, because it will take us near to death. It will take us near to old age, because we waste our valuable time. We are not here to simply, waste our time in this sense enjoyment. So one must be very careful that if I indulge in this sense gratification, it will ultimately lead me into miserable condition. Even if any material sense gratification, if you do too much, even immediately it will give you trouble. Yes or no? Anything you do it too much, it will give us misery. That means the material happiness will ultimately end up in misery. And second thing, Krishna says, Adi Antavanta Kaunteya. What is that? It is temporary. It has beginning and it will end also. Right? So if you like gulab jamun, how many we will eat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, you will say, I don't want it. Suppose if somebody forcefully feeds you 50 gulab jamuns, next time whenever you see gulab jamun, what you will do? No, same thing which is giving you happiness, but immediately it turned to something you don't like it. Yes. So thing is that material happiness is temporary. Immediately you will reject it, don't want it. And third thing is it is illusory. It says Nateshu Ramate Buddha. Intelligent person doesn't indulge in, because it is not real happiness. It is illusory. Why it is illusory? Because it is based on condition. Today you like this and tomorrow you like that. In human body you like that something, and in tiger body you like something, or in a cat's body you like something, and in dog's body a living entity likes something. So it is based on the condition, external condition, what body we have, what senses we have, and same thing will change also. Today you like that something and tomorrow you will reject it. Same thing. Some of us may be eating meat before joining ISKCON. After joining ISKCON, you will reject it. Something which is you like it now, you don't like it. So basically, the material happiness is temporary, illusory, and it causes misery. So understanding these things, one should not waste our time in acquiring this material happiness. If you work so hard, people work so hard, they don't have time. Ultimately, what is the best gift they will get? Is old age. Yes, from morning to evening, so busy. They have hundreds of crores in their bank, and they are so busy. But actually, where they are running, what will they get? Ultimately, they will get is best gift is old age, then finally disease, then they will die. So of no use. Yes. So one should not go after this material happiness. So which is in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad, Bhagavatam, so much we discuss about this material happiness. So this intelligence we have to get, that material happiness ultimately causes misery. But however, we want happiness. It's not that we don't want happiness. Everybody wants happiness. So how to get that happiness, the real happiness? So Rishabhadev says to his 100 sons, led by Bharat Maharaj, Nayam deho deha bhajam loke kashtan kaman arhate vidbujam ye tapo divyam putrakayena satvam shuddhayed yasmat brahma saukhyam tu anantam. So here Rishabhadev, he says to his sons, Nayam deho deha bhajam ruloke. Those who have accepted this material body, they should not indulge in sense gratification. Nayam deho deha bhajam ruloke in the material world. Kashtan, we should not work too hard for this, acquiring this material happiness. Kaman, for the material pleasures. Arhate vidbujam ye. This is even available for vidbujam, even that insects which are in the stool. It is there for everyone. It is there for cats. It is there for dogs. This material happiness or sensual happiness which is available for every species. But we have got the human body, right? We all got human body. So we should not simply waste our life for this material or sensual happiness, temporary happiness. Then he says, Tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam shuddhayed yasmat brahma saukhyam anantam. He says, we should take up tapasya, austerity, tapo divyam putraka, and we should purify our existence, our senses. By that we can get Brahma Saukhyam Anantam. We can get unlimited happiness, and which is eternal. There is happiness. There is nothing wrong with desiring happiness. By nature, the living entity seeks happiness. Yes. What is that verse? Anandamayo bhyasat. It is said by nature we want happiness. We really want happiness. We are trying through food. We are trying to this that. We really want happiness, but we should come to the conclusion we want happiness. But what is the real way to get happiness? Where we can get the real happiness? So it says tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam. Shuddhayed yasmat brahma sokhyam anantam. So we should purify our existence. Then we can get brahma sokhyam anantam. Unlimited divine happiness we can get, which comes from within. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Kayena manasa buddhya kevalai rindriyerapi yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tektva atma shuddhe. He says, yogi or a devotee, he Kayena manasa buddhya, by body, by mind, or by intelligence, he only indulges anything only to purify the senses, not to gratify them. Okay, the senses we should try to purify them, not we should try to gratify. How we can purify? Like we have prasadam, which is offered to Krishna. If we see that as an object of our sense gratification, then we are again failed. We should see it as a Krishna's divine mercy, and we should pray to that prasad, and we should beg the mercy to purify our senses. This is the way. Means our existence or the material life we should use to purify our existence. So in that way one should progress. So here regarding spiritual happiness, so we can take one example of Lord Brahma. Now who is Lord Brahma? He is a creator, right? So we may have a small apartments, buildings in Bangalore, but what Brahma has, his entire creation is with him. He is a creator, he is the owner of entire creation. Yes, but then this same Brahma, when he saw Lord Krishna in the 10th canto, he is telling, Aho bhagyam Nanda Gopa Brajaukasham Yan Mitram Paramanandam Purna Brahma Sanatanam. So this Brahma, who is in charge of entire material creation, there is nothing he doesn't possess. But when he saw Krishna and he saw this Gopas, he is in astonishment, he is in wonder. He is telling, when you say 2 times means you are so much surprised with that. Yes, it says Aho bhagyam. Nanda Gopa Prajokasham. This Nanda Maharaj and these Gopas. Yan Mitram, their friend. Who is that? Paramanandam. Who is the supreme bliss, that happiness. His personification, Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Krishna is the embodiment of happiness. Is Ananda Vigraha. So Yan Mitram Paramanandam Purna Brahma Sanatanam. Is the supreme Brahman, is the eternal. So we can learn from Brahma. Brahma with his own experience, after he is in charge of all this material creation, but he telling that actually they are very fortunate, these Gopas. Why? Because their friend is Paramanandam. He is a supreme bliss. He is Krishna. Even in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, he wanted a kingdom which is greater than even Lord Brahma, right? So he went and he did tapasya. But when he saw the Supreme Lord in front of him, he saw everything is in that form. All the beauty, all the knowledge, all the fame, all of the renunciation, all the power, all the wealth. It came as a person in front of him. So what does he want? Does he want anything else? You want the kingdom, you want the wealth, you want the fame, you want the beauty. Everything is there standing in front of you in person. So if you got him, what do you want? Do you want anything else? You don't want anything. Then he says, I don't want anything now. Isn't it? He says, actually I am looking for piece of broken glasses, but I found a diamond here. Because you are the origin of everything. If you are with me, then what is all I'm missing? So, so that's why the answer here again to this question is told by same Sutta Goswami. What is that? Savai pumsa paro dharmo yatho bhaktir adokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. If you really want to be happy, what one should do? One should develop that ahaituki apratihata bhakti for Krishna. Unmotivated and uninterrupted devotion to Krishna, then one can be really happy. So here in the example with Brahma as well as Dhruva, we can see that real happiness, the eternal happiness which can really satisfy us is in Krishna. Yes, so if we can get Krishna, then we can be really happy. So we should forget everything. Krishna says, Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. There is one thing, one thing we want. If you get this one, then everything is done. You can be really happy. So that's why one should develop, or one should hanker to develop the devotion to Krishna. If we can get Krishna, then we can be completely satisfied. That's what he says. Sabai pumsa paro dharmo. Paro dharma, the highest religion or highest duty. What is that? Yatho bhaktir adhokshaje. For the adhokshaja. Adhokshaja means Krishna. Bhaktir adhokshaje. For the Lord Krishna, the bhakti. And how it should be? Ahaituki apratihata. Ahaituki means without any material motivation. Apratihata means uninterrupted. Actually, in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, it is not ahaituki, but it is apratihata. It is uninterrupted. Once he wanted, Krishna means he wanted. So, in any case, either we are apratihata, you can become again later ahaituki. Like yesterday, Radhesham Prabhu was telling, if you approach Lord Krishna for anything, even for material thing, then you will be purified. Then you will reject everything. The same way, so we should understand first of all what we want. We should. Bhurijan Prabhu, I will just discuss. He says you should write down on your paper what do you want. You want to become this, you want to become that, you want this. But ultimately, with all this, what do you want? Happiness. Yes or no? So come to that conclusion that you want happiness. Now you search how you can be really happy, not by doing this so many things. Bahushaka, what is that? Anantasya. There's so many ways, you try this, you try this, you try this. No need to do all these things. One thing, first come to understand that I want happiness. Same thing here sages are asking for all of us. How one can be really happy, completely satisfied. Yena suprasidati, yena atma suprasidati. The atma can be completely satisfied. So if we want this satisfaction, then we have to surrender to Krishna, or we have to do bhakti to Krishna. We should develop love for Krishna. Now how that is possible? So nitya siddha Krishna prema sadhya kabunai shravanadi chitta suddha karayo udai. It is there in our heart, but it doesn't get through any artificial means. It will come. How? Shravanadi shuddha chitta, with your purified heart, purified mind, with sincerity. If we hear, if you hear about Krishna, if we chant his holy name, then gradually we will give up the material desires. Then we can develop that love for Krishna. In the same first canto only we hear this verse. Shrunvatam swakatah Krishna punya shravana kirtana hridayantasya hui badrani vidurnoti suhrut satam. So Prabhupada says in that verse, the tendency, the inclination to do sinful activities, or to basically translate to enjoy the material desires. The desire to enjoy matter. This desire to enjoy matter will go By continuously hearing about Krishna. Shrunvatam Swakata Krishna. Punyashravana. By nature it is very auspicious. So by hearing about Krishna, about Krishna's activities and Krishna's name, so we can give up this desire to enjoy matter. And then slowly what will happen? Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatir uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Then slowly the same thing if we continue, you will develop love for Krishna. So first thing is we can give up this enjoying desire, desire to enjoy material nature, and then we can develop love for Krishna. So this we can learn like this. And Sonagori Prabhu was telling there were some Shiksha program is there. So those devotees who are all taking up some oaths to chant prescribed number of rounds of holy name. So you can all think about it. Actually what we want is happiness. Yes. So the happiness we have to work for, which we can be really happy, eternally happy. So that is possible by chanting the holy name of Krishna, because there is no difference between Krishna's name and Krishna. Abhinnatvam nama namina. There is no difference. Krishna and Krishna's name is same. So whatever there in Krishna, it is there in the holy name. It is there in the name of Krishna. So if we keep chanting this holy name, slowly, we can develop, we can taste that divine happiness, that real happiness. So we should stick to our vows. This is given by the acharyas. Only in the association of devotees we can really progress in our spiritual life. Otherwise it is very difficult. This is the most important thing. We may know so much knowledge, we may even read entire Bhagavatam, but if you don't have association of devotees, the progress is very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So with the association of devotees, we should try to hear, and in the association of devotees, we should practice bhakti. So this is my request, that those who are taking up, you become fixed up in your whatever vows you are taking, because this is what is our real progress. Rest everything is simply waste of time. It will simply bring us old age, disease and death. Nothing else we will get. No better gift. He may be rich man, he may be like American president or Ambani or anybody. They are all defeated by death. Recently I was hearing one quote by Sankarshan Adhikari Prabhu. He says, what is the real success? So material success will be defeated when we come overpowered by death. The real success is what we carry with us. This is whatever we do, whatever activities do in spiritual life, that is only the success. That is the real success. So if we want to make our life successful, we should very seriously take up spiritual life. We should progress in our spiritual life. Whatever vows we have taken, whatever practice we are doing, we should try to make it steadily, and we should try to improve it. And that is the most important thing, is association of devotees. Lord Shiva says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Kshanardena apitulaye na swargam na punarbhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya martyanam kimutashisha. He says, even half of a moment, kshana arda apina tulaye, you cannot equal it with what? Na swargam na apunarbhavam. He says you can't equal with even achieving swarga, what to talk about any material happiness. And also he says apunarbhavam, even impersonal realization cannot be equal to the one moment association of devotees. So devotees association is very powerful, because we can get that eternal real happiness in their association. So in the association of devotees, we should practice bhakti. Then our bhakti goes very smoothly. Otherwise, if we are there outside, then if you have little bit, you are we come in touch with tamoguna or rajoguna, automatically we give up. We may have all the knowledge, but the modes are very powerful. They will drag us, they will drag us down. But devotees association means there is Krishna. Where there is Krishna, then we are all safe in the devotee association. Okay, any questions we can take? So, uh, so I will end here. If you have any questions or comments, you can. Hare Krishna.
Give us a very nice explanation how devotional service in the church, what really gives happiness to the soul. If that is the case, why majority of people do not have attraction for Krishna? If that is really something that gives us happiness, why is it that he gives it? Why they are not in the position? How to correlate Krishna as a person and see his reciprocation to the devotee?
Hare Krishna. See, first of all, we are here. Anybody in this material world, we are come here to enjoy separately from Krishna. So most of the people in the material world, means all of us, basically we are here because we rejected Krishna and we have come here. So Krishna has facilitated here, this created this world for two reasons. One is to basically facilitate the living entities who want to enjoy separately from Krishna, but at the same time he doesn't want to leave us like that. He wants to purify and take us back to Krishna. So those, because we have all come here, so naturally we are influenced by Maya and we don't have any attraction for Krishna. The original reason is that, as we say, we don't want to accept Krishna as God. We want ourselves as God. You see, in the material, generally the nature of everyone in the material world is he wants to become boss, right? The greater than everyone, greater in rich. They want to be wealthy. He already has money, but he wants more. Why? He wants to show that person that I have more than you, and he has. So there is a competition in wealth, fame, renunciation, power. This means the tendency is that we want to express that I am actually God, right? So if you have the desire that you are God, you cannot enjoy this if you remember Krishna is God. Yes? If you know that Krishna is God, then how can you enjoy that you are God? So Maya will automatically remove this knowledge. What is that? Krishna is God. That knowledge is taken off because your desire is, and Krishna is fulfilling all your desires. This is how Krishna is reciprocating. Although you left him, still whatever you are desiring, he is fulfilling our desires. Yes? Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman. Krishna is very merciful. In spite we rejected him, still he is helping us. He is fulfilling all our desires. So when we develop this desire that I am God, I want to be Ishwaroham Aham Bhogi. So when you desire like this, automatically Maya will remove all the knowledge. And then you are in ignorance. The ignorance is that I am body, I am not this spirit soul. So maximum number, or those who are in the material world, all have the same this Purusha mentality or bossing over mentality. So when you have this, you don't have attraction for Krishna. So how you can get it back? Simple thing. You surrender to Krishna and accept Krishna is Supreme Lord. The whole Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you just accept me as Supreme Lord. It is not something, Krishna is not boasting, it is a reality. And he is asking us to accept the reality. What is that? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and we are his part and parcel. If you accept, then it is immediately you got liberation. Maya will not touch you. But as long as you don't accept that and you say that I am God, then automatically you are in this Maya. It takes one moment. What is that? You accept Krishna is Supreme Lord. But if you don't accept, then you are Maya. So majority of the people have this mentality. What is that? Ishvara mentality. So if you don't give up this Ishvara mentality, it's very difficult to approach Krishna. So we have to accept that Krishna is Ishvara. So by this we can actually um, um, we can get attraction to Krishna. So I hope I've answered the first part of your question, that why many people don't attract, because that mentality, the mentality of Lord. And second thing is, first that how do we know, or how do we say that Krishna is merciful and he is really want to reciprocate with this? So actually Krishna is always trying to bring us to him. He's always trying, but we are only ignoring. you know it is said that the Lord is there in our heart as Paramatma, you know and it says without blinking his eyes, he is continuously looking at the soul in the heart, and also keeping one feet on another feet. If you are waiting for someone, we wait. Somebody went in the morning and he didn't return, a small boy. The parents are waiting so eagerly that when this boy will come back, when this boy will come back. Like that, Krishna in our heart as a Paramatma is waiting that when this living entity will turn to me. He's waiting without blinking his eyes and putting his one feet on, one foot on another foot. So Krishna is always merciful and he wants us back. He wants to reciprocate with us. So we can see these things through Bhagavatam. Like we can see how Krishna is dealing with his own devotees. We can see how he is dealing with Arjuna. He became the chariot driver of Arjuna. So many examples through scripture we can understand how Krishna reciprocates with, although he is a supreme Lord, but he agrees to become chariot driver. This is not possible. Nobody, no any material person can do this. Can anybody do like that? A rich man becoming a car driver of someone? Only if there is love. Yes, yesterday Radhesham Prabhu also talking about this. So Krishna is always ready to reciprocate us, but we are not actually ready. So if you want to develop that, to understand Krishna's reciprocation, so that is, we can read through Bhagavatam, how Krishna's activities, then we can understand. And even if you look in your own life, there are many instances we can see how Krishna saved us from gliding down to this material, what you call, activities. He protected us. That is why we are here. We are all sitting here, discussing this Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the pure mercy of Krishna. Actually, somebody asked Prabhupada, does Krishna know the future of everyone? Krishna knows past, present, and future. So, then what Prabhupada said? Prabhupada said, yes, he knows your future, that you will never be able to come out of this material existence. So, he is trying to pull you out of that. So, he knows the future, that you are always in the material world. You don't have any energy or any strength to come out of this material world. He sees clearly. Now he is interfering with your future and is trying to pull you out of this material entanglement. So that is the mercy of Krishna. So in this way we can understand that Krishna is very merciful and he actually wants to reciprocate with us. And once when we closer to Krishna, then Prabhupada says, if you take one step, Krishna will take 100 arrangements so that you can come closer to Krishna. Okay, so I hope I yes, yes.
Like, so the material world and stuff
Means what kind of terms and conditions? I didn't get you.
Lord is putting terms and conditions that it will
Ah.
not be just certification on the way. These terms and conditions to apply. Lord is all merciful, he can forgive everybody, he can forget everything, especially guys, he can take it. Why that is not merciful?
No. Point is that he gives respect to your individuality. If he is controlling everything, then your existence is no value there. You are not a doll or something to So that is the greatest mercy of Krishna again. That he respects your individuality. You can desire what you want, but if you desire separately from Krishna, he will arrange everything. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita introduction, Prabhupada says that Ramanujacharya, on his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he says when a living entity wants to serve Krishna, Krishna will give all the things where you can serve Krishna. But if he wants to reject Krishna and fight with Krishna, that also he will provide. So he is both times he is merciful. Like Hiranyakashipu wants to fight with Krishna. How he will fight? Krishna only has to give intelligence. Okay, you go and do the tapasya. Even to do the tapasya, he has to give that energy. After he gets that, finishes the tapasya, he will only give that strength and all these weapons. Then he will fight with Krishna. So he is there from the beginning to end, and he will also finish him. He will slap him. Actually, Krishna is killing means nothing. He is slapping him. You got so much puffed up. Now just cool down. Because ultimately, soul cannot be destroyed. Yes or no? So, so Krishna respects our individuality. That is why we are here. So if you, and he is not leaving you alone. He is giving you scriptures. He send you acharyas. He will see all the way how you can come back. Why he wants to come back? Want you to come back? Because it is not reality. If parents are there, if the children are from morning to evening playing with the dolls, will the parents like that? They want us to come to reality. How long you will play with those dolls? So like that, Krishna also doesn't want us to just be in this material creation. He wants us to come to reality, where you can have the real action, real reality. So there is no condition. It is the knowledge that you have to accept what is reality and what is ignorance, or what is not reality. So Krishna is giving us the information or the knowledge that this is not reality, this is reality. So you come to the reality, and whatever, there is no condition that Krishna is asking you to surrender. That is the reality. That is the absolute truth. Absolute truth is what? Krishna is sarva karana karana. You accept that you are surrendered. Yes or no? You say air belongs to Krishna, then you are dependent on that air. So you are dependent ultimately on Krishna. So that is the reality, really, that absolute truth. Krishna is giving the real knowledge. Yes, Prabhu. That, like you see, Narada Muni has that form. He is in the heart, Paramatma. You see in the Chaturbhuja Vishnu, Janardana. That is the form of the Lord who is there in the Paramatma. We can see him when we are purified. The same thing you can see in the case of Narada Muni in Bhagavatam, first canto, that he learned from those great devotees about how to worship the Lord, and he started meditating. And if you read Bhagavatam in first canto, he went and he sat under a tree after taking a bath in the river, and he started meditating, and suddenly he could see that Lord's form in the heart. Then he was understood that. So that is the form of Lord in the Brahma. Yes. So we'll stop here. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.